Welcome to the ninth episode of the Bird is the Word Network. I am your political analyst, Jason R. Keeton. Tonight, we are looking at the vanishing American jury and the assembly line of justice that has replaced it. The Sixth Amendment guarantees the right to a public trial by an impartial jury, but in the modern American courtroom, that right is a luxury that few can afford to exercise. Today, over 97% of criminal cases in the federal system and 94% at the state level never see a courtroom. Instead, they are settled in the shadows through plea bargaining. This is not a system of negotiation. It is a system of coercion, driven by what legal scholars call the trial penalty. Imagine you are charged with a crime and the prosecutor offers you a deal: plead guilty and serve 2 years, or go to trial and risk 20 years. This 10-to-1 ratio is not about seeking the truth. It is a tactical weapon used by the state to discourage any challenge to its authority, regardless of the evidence. If you choose to fight a wrongful prosecution, the state will seek the maximum possible sentence as a penalty for taking up the court's time. This creates a systemic culture of fear where the innocent are forced to perform a cost-benefit analysis on their own liberty. For those living in poverty, the trap is even more direct. Many defendants are held on bail. They cannot afford, meaning they stay in jail for months or even years waiting for a trial date. In many cases, the prosecutor offers a time-served plea, which allows the person to go home immediately if they admit to a crime they did not commit. They are choosing between a false confession and a jail cell, and that is a fundamental violation of due process. The judicial system has become a conveyor belt, prioritizing efficiency over equity. Public defenders are buried under hundreds of cases, and prosecutors are judged by their conviction rates, not by the justice of their outcomes. We have traded our constitutional heritage for a system that treats human lives like line items on a budget. To fix this, we must address the sentencing gap head-on. We need legislative caps that prevent the massive disparity between plea offers and trial sentences. A person should not be punished more severely simply because they asked the state to prove its case beyond a reasonable doubt. We must restore the jury to its rightful place as the final check on government power. The plea bargain trap has turned our halls of justice into a marketplace, and it is time we stop selling our rights for the sake of a cleared calendar. I am Jason R. Keeton, and this is the Bird is the Word Network. Justice delayed is one thing, but justice traded away is a tragedy we can no longer ignore, and that's the word.